All right, first we had snow and bitter cold. Now it's warmer and we're facing rain. So what is next as we look ahead to February and March? Our Christy Dutton is back to tell us the outlook for the rest of our winter.
Much of Kentucky has experienced some extreme winter weather so far this season. We've had ice, heavy snow, but how much snow you've seen really depends on where you live in the state. Take a look at these snow totals so far this year, where you have the light yellow. That is 1 to 2 feet of snow. That includes Louisville, Lexington, much of eastern Kentucky. Down here in southeastern Kentucky, you can see a few areas of orange. That is 2 to 3 feet of snow there. But if you take a look here in southern Kentucky, and even into western Kentucky, 2 to 6 inches of snow there. So really not coming in with that heavy snowfall in those areas. So how unusual are these numbers that we've seen so far this year? Well, let's put it into perspective. In Louisville, we've had 15 inches of snow. Normal snow for this point in the winter is about 6.4. So we're doubling that, and more than doubling that there in Lexington too. Lexington, you've had 16.4 inches. Now in Jackson, there in eastern Kentucky, Boone County, northern Kentucky, over 20 inches of snow there, and they're doubling, just about doubling their normal snowfall. They usually see around 11 inches. But take a look at Paducah there in western Kentucky, where there was that lower snow total. They've had 4.3 inches of snow so far this year, and that's actually just slightly under their normal snowfall at 4.4. So with all the snowfall that we've seen, a lot of us are wondering, what can we expect for the rest of the winter? Well, I talked to Shane Hollandy from the Kentucky Mesonet to find out if there are any clues as to what the rest of the winter holds.
The 8 to 14-day outlook from NOAA shows a lean toward warmer than normal temperatures favored for the lower Ohio Valley, Kentucky included, through at least the first couple of weeks of February. Beyond then, it's really anybody's guess as to what might occur. There are some indications that Arctic air may try to make a comeback into the latter part of February, but that's an uncertainty at this point. That said, some of our biggest snows have happened in February and even into March. When you go back 10 years to 2015, the Snowmageddon season, we had 2 blockbuster winter storms that effectively shut down the state, one of which was on President's Day that year, and then another just a few weeks later in the first week of March. So you never know what can happen here in late winter.
That's right. You just never know. So we'll keep our snow boots ready, but tonight you're going to need those rain boots as we track rain moving across the state that could cause some flooding concerns. Back to you, Renee.
Thank you, Christy. And that's Christy Dutton, meteorologist, reporting from our Louisville studio.